Alright guys, today we've got a bit of a different one here today on the channel. I am going to be showing you how I keep track of my game collection and the games that I want to play in the future. Let's get into it. What is up guys, welcome back to another Major Ben video here on the channel. I do hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day. You guys have been smashing it with the support recently and I've absolutely been loving it. You've been really enjoying the content it seems so far, so if you enjoyed this video as well, please do leave a like and do consider subscribing as well. It's so important to me and really will mean a lot. So today we've got a bit of a different one. We're actually going to be talking about how I keep track of my game collection and also how I track what games I've got to play in the future. So kind of like a backlog. So I actually use two very specific websites and I'm going to take you through my game collection and show you what I've got and how I track it and how I keep track of all the games that I want to play in the future. These two websites are fantastic. This isn't sponsored or anything like that. So this is purely me just telling you what I use because I think these websites are fantastic and it helps me keep track of things and know what I want to play next. So without further ado, let's get into how I keep track of my game collection first. Now you should be able to see my screen here now guys. This is a website called Price Charting. So this has a ton of stuff on it. You've got where you can buy and sell games and the ones that are newest listings as well. Loads of Nintendo stuff. As you can see, this all the way back to like the Game & Watches, the Virtual Boys, all that kind of stuff. And it's across various parts of the planet as well, which is great. Same with PlayStation. You've got all the generations of PlayStation, Sega's, Xbox, Atari, Amiibo figures and stuff like that, Neo Geo and stuff. It's just packed guys. It's absolutely fantastic. So we're going to go over to my collection here. I'm going to show you how it works. Right guys, so this is my whole collection here. As you can see, it's worth about $5,170. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, so this is where you can see all my various games and things. There's hundreds and hundreds of pages of all the games that I own through Xbox all the way through PlayStation 1 and various different things like that. Also, I keep track of consoles as well. So for example, let's use a game I've just actually ordered recently. It's a brand new motorbike game. It's called Ride 4 and I'm actually going to search that in here, and as you can see here, we've got the various different versions of the game. There's older versions as well, and then obviously it comes up with anything with the word ride or bride, for example. So it's a little bit annoying with that sort of stuff, but basically I've got it on Xbox One. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click add to collection and with details. So this is going to be a brand new game that I've ordered. So it's CIB, which means content in box, and then I'm going to not put the price I pay because I'm not really bothered. I just like to know what it's worth. Now how it works out what it's worth, as you can see when I click on the price, is it tracks the latest selling prices on places like Amazon, GameStop, eBay, and Price Charting, which is obviously this website, and various different ones from different places as well. So it really does show where they get these prices from and how much the latest copy sells for. It also can show you how loose copies have sold for. There's no data on this one right now. Content in box copies, various different versions, and how much they sold for. And you can actually click on it and it will take you through to where it found it. So it's really, really good to keep track of the latest prices of your game collection if you ever do want to sell up or whatever. Obviously, some of you guys will be digital only, which I'll get onto later, and how I use the other website to help that. But you do also here have a wish list. I've got a ton of Nintendo Switch stuff here in my wish list and a couple of Xbox One bits. I don't really use this as my wish list anymore because I use the other website, which we'll get into in a little bit, but they do have the option here. And as you can see in my account stuff, there's tons of things you can actually sell through this website and list it up on various different websites, and it's just fantastic to keep track of all your latest stuff. So hopefully some of you guys will find this useful and you can enjoy this website as much as I have. They have actually given me partnership with this website and they allow me to edit various things. So if there's a game that's not on there, I can actually add it as a moderator of this website now. So on to the next website which I use here, which is How Long to Beat. Not only does this website tell you how long to beat each game, you can actually track the games that you want to play next. So let's just search up a couple of games here just to show you how this works. So we're going to start off with Cyberpunk, right? Everybody loves Cyberpunk, trash game. I'm joking, it's actually quite good, but it just didn't work out as well. Now, I have completed this game on PlayStation 5. As you can see in purple, it's completed, but I'm going to buy it on Series X because I didn't have a Series X at this time, so now I've got one. I want to play it on my Series X, and I want to replay it when they bring the patch out. So it tells you the main story and how long it takes to complete the main story, which is 21.5 hours. It takes 57.5 to complete main plus some extras like some side quests, and then to complete the entire game, it takes about 99 hours. That will be every single thing, all trophies or achievements on Xbox and various different things, and then it gives you all styles. It kind of mixes them together, which is the mean average, and that is how many hours it takes. So it's really good, and it shows how many people played it on each thing, PC, Google Stadia for some reason. So yeah, it really is good. It's such a useful website, and I just love it. So let's go and search another game up. We're going to use The Witcher 3 as the next game just to search, just to give you another example. So we go Witcher 3 here. Main story 51.5 hours, main plus extra 102, and completionist is 172 hours, which is absolutely insane. Like, Jesus, if you talk about long games, guys, I don't know. I mean, that seems excessive, but you can see how many people have played it on each platform here. Not many people have played it on Series X yet, and only one person on PlayStation 5, which is interesting, I guess, because it's on Game Pass and stuff, but that is fantastic. Like, the fact that you get all these stats here, you also have got reviews if anyone's left it, which people have here, and it shows how many people are playing it at the top here. So you got 387 people playing it right now, 11,400 have it as their backlogs, which we'll get into in a second. 1.2Ks have replayed the game, and 2% have retired the game. Overall, it's got 94% rating, and 11.9K have beat the game on this website. So that's awesome. It shows so many different stats, and it's a nice little community that you've built up here. So we're going to go over to my profile that I've clicked here. The games that I'm playing right now, I'm currently working through Halo Master Chief Collection, and I'm also playing Outer Worlds. How you add these games is you go to your search bar. Let's take the top game here, Final Fantasy. You select the platform you're playing it on. There's various different ones. It doesn't filter to the game, but you just got to select the platform you're playing it on, and then you tick the playing option or complete it depending on what you want to do with it. In here, we also have Backlog as well. So these are my backlogs of games that I've got on my list right now that I want to play. So Biomutant's not out yet, but that's games I want to play in the future. There's tons of stuff here that I have planned that I haven't actually played before. I haven't even played Fallout 4, guys. I'm trash. I'm a fraud. Put me in the bin and just get rid of me, because there's so many games. I'm playing Hellblade at the moment. Actually, I need to change this because I sometimes forget to update it. So many games here that I want to play, and there's a ton more that I haven't added yet, but I will be adding in the future. At the bottom, it tells you how many you've got. So 15 playthroughs, 15 unique games. Average time to beat 18 hours. Time to beat all of those games is 11 days and 20 hours. So that is a ton of time. Absolute ton of time. But that's an average. Obviously, sometimes it will probably take the higher amounts to complete the full game, but still, it gives you a rough idea how long it's going to take to beat these games. So I think this is so useful just to see how long you've got to play to get all these games done, and it's something that you guys will probably find useful, I hope. Then we have the completed tab. So these are all the games I completed fairly recently. I've tried to keep them as up to date as possible. There's probably some I've missed, but in total, I played about 30 days worth of games in the last year or so. So that's pretty good, to be honest. I got through quite a lot, 27 playthroughs of different games, DLC in there as well. So that's pretty cool. I think it's great that you can track what you've done, and you get to see how many hours you've actually put into all these fantastic games, which is just great. You do also have the retired section. I actually did retire Fire Emblem. I'm not good at turn-based strategy games. It was so in-depth, and I just got a bit confused. So I put that in there as one that I've retired. I may look back at it in the future, but it's, you know, we'll see. So 4% at the top, it says that I've retired, which is this one game. 35% in my backlog, and I've done 27 that I've beat. Now, if you guys do want to add me, as you can see here, it's Major Ben 123. I may actually change that at some point, but you can add me and we can compare stats, and you can keep track of your games as well. And obviously, guys, this does go for digital games as well. You can track digital games that you want to put in here. So obviously, you just add them like I've told you, but you can keep track of any type of games that you want to play in the future. And it just gives you a bit of a thing, like if you've just finished a game and you're like, I'm not sure I want to play next, you just literally go on this website, How Long to Beat, and just search for your games that you've got on your backlog and pick one of those. Like, it just makes it easy. So when I do finish Halo, then I just click my backlog section and I go, alright, which game do I want to play next? You know what? Fallout 4, that's on Game Pass. I'm just going to put that in my play now. And also it helps keep track of future games, like Biomutant that's in here. I want to play that in the future when it launches. Scarlet Nexus, when that launches, I want to play that. Outriders, when that launches, I think it probably would have launched by the time you watch this video. I want to play that. Mass Effect, Life is Strange, Lego Star Wars, all these games and tons more that I haven't added, the ones I want to add in the future as well. So there's so many, but it's just fantastic and I thought I'd share this with you guys. There's also various different forums as well that you can go up on the top tab here and just look at various different things. There's off-topic stuff, gaming stuff, obviously, and you can just click on them, have a look and see what people are talking about, and it's pretty cool. There's a little bit of a social media aspect to this, which is great. You also have stats, which you can click on. It shows you what releases they've had, the average time played, average ratings and stuff, and it shows what platforms are used the most. But hopefully we get more of you guys gaming on this, and you can put all your games that you want to play. And down here you've got a breakdown of all the games that are top playing right now: Cyberpunk and Hades, which is interesting, and still Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, that's incredible, and Witcher as well. The most backlogged is Witcher 3, Bioshock 2, Bioshock as well, Witcher 2 is up there as well, and Skyrim, which I find insane. I thought most people would have got around to playing that by now. Most completed is Portal, which is really interesting. I find this really cool that you can see all these different stats. Witcher 3 is also the most completed, even though it's the most backlogged. That's interesting. GTA 5 as well. Most retired is Left 4 Dead 2, Payday 2, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, Gary's Mod, and yeah, these are just fantastic stats. I love this. Most speedruns, Portal, Super Mario Odyssey, it doesn't surprise me. Most reviewed is Tomb Raider, which is the benchmark game. Best rated, Persona 5, wow. Metal Gear Solid, Witcher 3, obviously, Bloodborne as well, and then most rated as well. So, oh sorry, worst rated is Ride to Hell, Superman. Oh, I've heard things about that game, but yeah, it's really great to see all these different stats. Then you've got the 25 most popular games as well, which is the Final Fantasy Remake and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, one of my favorite games of all time, despite being an Xbox-based guy. And Jedi Fallen Order, it's so good to see Jedi Fallen Order up on this list, because that game did not get enough praise. So many people have said, I don't want to play that game because the combat's too difficult and things. It's not too difficult, it's fantastic, and I'm so glad it's on this list. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. Make sure you do use this website. I will put both of them in the description, both this one and the price charting as well, so you can keep track of your game collection if you have a physical collection, and it will tell you how much all your stuff is worth, which sometimes can be useful in life, especially with the global pandemics. Some people might actually have to sell their game collections, and you can get a rough idea of how much your stuff is worth. But I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know if you do still buy physical games or if you buy digital only now. I'm always interested to hear how you guys buy your games, and let me know if you're going to consider using some of these websites just to keep track of your stuff. So thank you for watching, guys. Please leave a like, do subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye, guys.